on with my live stream, but yeah, it really tripping. Anyway, what's good, y'all? What's good, Freedom Marchers, Freedom Lovers, Freedom Family? How y'all doing, man? It's the 15th of February on a Wednesday, 2024. And today I want to ask the question, are veggies really good for you? I'll start by saying this. I have greatly reduced the amount of veggies I consume. Yes, I have greatly reduced the amount of veggies I consume. You know, it was at one point, even when I was doing keto, I was eating a lot of things like spinach and broccoli and cauliflower and those type of vegetables. But um, this time around, I'm slowly, not even slowly, right? I am kind of going into a carnivore lifestyle where I'm going to be eating a meat-based diet. Okay, now this is what I'm just saying for myself. I'm not a dietitian, although I am going to be taking classes to get certified as a nutritional technician or whatever they want to call it, a certified nutritionist, right? And I'm going to be taking those classes, but just so I can uh, expand my repertoire in regards to health and fitness. Now, like I said, right now, what I'm doing is not what you would call strictly carnivore. I'm trying to eat foods that causes less inflammation in the human body, in my body, I'll say, because everybody has to do what's best for them. Okay, I know a lot of vegans. I know vegans that are extremely overweight. I know vegans that are unhealthy. I know vegans that are super healthy. I know there's this vegan woman that owns a restaurant that I know called Stuff I Eat in Inglewood, and she's like 70 years old, look like she's 40, and she claims to be completely vegan. Like, but she's like beautiful, very fit, kind of like look. Her body is like Angela Bassett's body. Like she's just completely fit, and she's 70 years old, and she has been vegan for a long time. It works for some people, and for others, it does not. I tried to be vegan at one point. I lasted about 2 or 3 months, and at first I felt really good because what I did was I eliminated a lot of processed foods from my diet. So to begin with, yeah, it was excellent. I eliminated a lot of the sugar, the processed sugar. Now there's a lot of carb intake. When consider that when you become vegan, you're eating mostly carbohydrates, right? You getting some proteins, but you're eating a lot of carbohydrates to get to that protein, and your body has to break down a lot of fiber and roughage and all that stuff, and just to get to the protein. All right, and you're because of the cell walls of the plant, right? Cell walls, right? It's not really conducive for human absorption to get that protein. So you're not getting good quality protein from plants, like say a cow would. A cow has multiple stomachs, right? And they have the enzymes and all this, that, and the third to break down the plant cell walls to get the nutrition from it. Gorillas, right? You know, they talk about how gorillas are 800,000 pounds and, you know, they eat all the veggies in the world, but they have to eat a shitload of food in a day just to get the nutrition they need. And they eat their own shit to get certain nutrients that they're not going to get from plants, right? So are plants really good for you? Like I said, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist. I can't advise you any either way. But once I do get my certification, I will be able to do that. But in doing my own research and looking into shit, there are things called lectins in certain plants, right? Particularly in a lot of legumes and beans and whatnot, and root vegetables and things like that, where uh, they have a lot of phytochemicals and they have a lot of chemicals, defense chemicals that they use these plants. They naturally use defense chemicals to stop from being eaten, right? Because the plant doesn't want you to eat the root. It doesn't want you to eat. It doesn't want you to eat the stem. It wants this the seed to spread. So if you have, let's say you have a fruiting plant, right? If you have a fruiting plant, that fruiting plant wants you to eat the fruit. That's why the fruits are vibrant colors. They pop and attract the human eye, and they're sweet and all this, that, and the third, and they have a good level of nutrition. And so it wants you to eat the fruit so that you can spread the seed. That's why the seeds are in the fruit. You eat the fruit, you spit the seed out, it drops here, drops there. It doesn't want you to eat the seed because, again, the seed has defense chemicals in them that essentially, like, it'll kill certain animals, right? It'll kill insects, right? Um, and some insects and animals have evolved to get past these defense chemicals, and it doesn't kill humans outright. Certain plants can kill you outright, right? There's a lot of poisonous plants out there, but what it does is it creates inflammation within the body, right? It creates inflammation to some, especially to certain individuals. It creates inflammation, all that good shit, and these are the things you have to look at when you consider what you're going to eat. So, like almost a year ago, me and my wife, we were talking about, oh, we need to grow a garden, this, that, and the third. And we actually had one. We had a garden where we had cucumbers and watermelons and peas and all that type of shit. And really, the only plants that were we didn't grow collard greens. We didn't grow potatoes and carrots and no shit like that. We we basically planted fruiting plants, right? A green bean is a fruit, right? Uh, the watermelon is a fruit. Cucumber is a fruit. These are things. These are the most nutritious, right? Those are the things that now, if we grow a garden, we're not growing no leafy green vegetables. We might grow some ginger and whatnot, but you know, you want to boil the ginger, right? So that it's in its best form for human absorption, right? Like the red Korean ginseng that I take, the red Korean ginseng I take is boiled and all that type of shit. Is boiled, it gets all the crap that you don't want out of it, and it only gives you, and you only get the beneficial components of that red Korean ginseng. That's why they boil it that's why they boil it so long. That's why there's such a process. Or like, let's say you eat cabbage, right? Like kimchi. Well, you're not just gonna eat the kimchi, or well, that's why they bury it for so many years. Let it ferment, right? You ferment vegetables, boil this, that, and the third, and that makes it a little bit more, a little less harmful, right? A little less inflammatory. You know what I'm saying? But most people aren't doing that. Most people they might like pan sear, or they might saute some vegetables and all that shit, and you're not getting all of the defense chemicals out of those plants. So I'm just asking the question because we are so caught up on, and this is really the reason we're so caught up on. Oh, we got to grow a garden. We got to do this. We got to do that. Listen, that's all fine and dandy, right? But my thing is, there are more important foods that we should be focusing on that are more conducive to the human being, right? Like maybe having some goats, right? Maybe having some chickens, you know, shit like that, right? Yeah, and if you have a big farm, if you have a lot of land, some cows, some oink oink, some pigs, things that you can that's actually good for human consumption, right? Uh, there's some research that have been done. There's a study that has been done that shows that red meat, beef, is the least inflammatory food that the human being can eat, right? But they want to tell like they test the reactions, right? They test the reactions of the food for the human being. And they found that of all types of food, red meat from beef is the least reactionary, right? Your body reacts the least to red meat, to beef. And not only that, it's more it's more readily absorbed in your body. Like your body absorbs most of the beef that you eat, right? Let's say you eat a pound or so of beef. Most of that is going to be absorbed by your body and used for nutrition. I think there's thousands of nutrients in red meat. A lot of them they don't know exactly what they do, but there are thousands, right? Thousands of nutrients in red meat that your body absorbs. So it's very it pairs well with the human body, right? It's really good for the human body. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I ain't got a lot of time. I was vegan before. So far, I feel healthier, but I'm noticing my muscle is nowhere near. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna lose a lot of muscle mass. That's not good, right? You want that muscle mass. You want that strength. Yeah, they show these things where they have vegans that are super strong, but they were strong before they became vegan. Okay, they were strong before they became vegan. They're very athletic before they became vegan. They might have the genes, right? Genetically, they have been genetically blessed. And yeah, they might not lose a lot of strength or muscle right away. It takes some time for people who are vegan to notice that they're getting sick. It takes a while, right? Because like you said, you felt great because that's probably because you cut out a lot of processed foods. That's the key, right? Cutting out processed food, maybe doing an elimination diet, right? I still eat fruit, right? I still eat watermelon, pineapple, all those types of things, but I don't eat like leafy green vegetables, and I feel great. Um, you know, I have maintained my weight at 190 pounds, so and I feel great, right? And at one point when I was the last time I was vegan, I was over 250 pounds, and I started going vegan and I gained weight. I gained like 20 pounds being vegan. You know what I'm saying? It didn't work for me. Anyway, let me go, guys. I'm holler at y'all later. Just think about it. Yeah, I eat raw milk. I drink. I don't drink regular milk. I drink raw milk. I don't get any gastrointestinal issues from the milk. As a matter of fact, I've had less. Once I started eating raw milk, drinking raw milk again. I noticed that my gastrointestinal issues hasn't been as bad. Right? I was having heartburn and gas. Haven't had that issue too much because I drink raw milk daily. Like I want to say, so I fill this up before I go to work. This is raw milk right here that I drank today. 22 ounces. I fill it all the way up to here, and I actually use it for this protein cereal that I eat. That's made of whey protein. Very few ingredients in my protein cereal. It's called Magic Spoon. I'm not sponsored by them, but I really love Magic Spoon with some raw milk, and I put a little scoop of whey protein in there. Boom. Anyway, much love. Like, share, subscribe. We're gonna keep marching forward toward freedom. Just food for thought, pun intended. Do the research though. Do what works best for you. For me, I love the meats. Peace out. Freedom. March toward it.